Hello, friends. So there is a storm raging outside in Boston. For those of you that are not in Boston, currently got my windows open so that it doesn't turn into a sweat box. But is the rain too loud? Someone tell me. Do I need to close my windows?
It's fine. We can't hear anything.
You can't hear it. Okay, great.
It's fine. Very atmospheric.
Good to know. Hello, Judy Fox. Right. Yeah, so again, with the rain and the internet, just be aware that it might be a bit shitter than usual transmission-wise, but we'll see. And yeah, let me know if it does get too loud and you think that I should close them. It is crazy out there for those of you that are not in Boston. It was also sunny like a few minutes ago, and now like this is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Look at my room. It's so dark. Insane. Like the middle of the night came. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so sit yourself up in a comfortable position, cross-legged or on your knees. If you're sitting in a cross-legged position against the thunder, it's good to sit yourself up on a cushion or a book or a block, just so that you can really sit up from the lower back. So tilting the pelvis forward slightly, drawing the low belly in, lifting the sternum, the chest straight up, rolling the shoulders down and back, and just resting your hands gently on your legs. And rising up through the crown of the head, really taking up your full height. And then close your eyes and just take a few moments to check in with yourself. Notice how you are today. Noticing any particular sensations in the body, any areas of tension, any areas of ease. And then bringing the awareness down into the feet and the ankles, and up through the legs, the pelvis, feeling the sitting bones, dropping down into the earth. And then bring your awareness up through your torso, perhaps again lifting your chest as you do so. Bringing the awareness down through the shoulders, arms and hands. And then into the neck and head. And relax all the facial muscles, softening the jaw, the lips, softening the eyes, the eyebrows. And then we take 3 deep, intentional breaths together, inhaling, breathing right down deep into the belly. And exhale, feel the sitting bones drop down one more time. Inhale, breathe wide into the sides and the back of the rib cage. And exhale, roll the shoulders down and back. And one more time, inhale, right down deep into the belly, out into the sides, the back of the rib cage, all the way up to the top of the lungs. And then exhale, let it go. Let your day so far go. And perhaps set an intention to approach the next 60 minutes with a sense of curiosity and compassion, without judgment or criticism, just a sense of awareness of how things are for you in each moment. Okay, open your eyes, interlace your hands in front of you, take a breath in, and breathing out, push the hands away. Tips of the thumbs touching, little fingers crossed. Draw the belly in and up, take another breath in, and then exhaling, moving the shoulder sockets, really keep that belly drawing in, stabilizing the torso, finding the movement in the shoulder sockets. So if you're tight in the shoulders, you might just come this far. That's fine, but resist the urge to go into a back bend here to get the arms further back. And then once you've reached your fullest extension with the shoulders, start to lift up out of the waist, using the arms to lengthen the sides of the torso, stretching the sides of the body from hips to armpits to wrists, squeezing the upper arms in towards the ears as you resist away with the heels of the hands. And then gently release, releasing your hands. If you're in a cross-legged position, you can release your legs. If you're kneeling, stay where you are. And then cross the legs the other way. Again, sit upright from the lower back, tilting the pelvis forward up slightly, drawing the belly in, lifting the chest up, rolling the shoulders down, and resting your hands on your legs. And just take a couple of breaths here, inhaling, rising up through the crown of the head. And exhale, relaxing the shoulders down and back. Picking up your full height, your full breath, wide across the chest. And then interlace your hands the other way, less dominant thumb on top. Take a breath in and breathing out, push the hands away. Tips of the thumbs touching, little fingers crossed. Draw the belly in and up, take a breath in, and then slowly moving in the shoulder sockets. Again, isolating that movement so the torso stays completely stable. And once you've reached your full extension, lift up out of the waist, lengthening the sides of the body from hips to armpits to wrists. Squeeze the upper arms in towards each other, resisting away with the heels of the hands. And breathing smoothly in and out through the nose. And then slowly release your hands. Stretch out your legs. And then make your way to a standing position. So stand with the big toes together and start to bring the awareness down into the feet. Ground down through the heel of one foot, pick up the ball of the foot, stretch the toes forwards. And the other foot, heel down, ball of the foot up, stretch it forwards, spread the toes. And keeping the balls of the big toe joints down, lift up the rest of the toes, and you can just start to cycle through the toes, feeling that engagement in the center foot, lifting up the arch, waking up all those tiny muscles in the midfoot. And then see if you can keep a little bit of that engagement in the arch as you bring the toes down. Bring the body weight back so that the hips are stacked over the heels. Engage the quadriceps so the kneecaps lift up. Lift the front of the pelvis, draw the belly in, lift the chest, shoulders down and back, and extend the fingers down towards the floor. Center of the body rising up, chest rising, crown of the head rising, as the shoulders and the fingers stretch down towards the floor. Take a breath in and extend out to the sides, long fingers, wide palms, really opening across the chest, maintaining that alignment. So body weight still back over the heels, kneecaps still lifted, belly in, chest lifted. Turn the arms in the shoulder sockets all the way up, and then lift the arms, and again lengthen out the waist, using the arms to stretch the side of the body. Biceps to the ears if possible, really lifting up as much as you can, and then maintain that height. As you bring the arms down, relax the shoulders, turn, and bring the arms all the way down. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, step or hop to a wide stride. I can see someone's put something in the chat. If it's important, you're going to have to unmute yourself and tell me, because I can't see the chat. It's too far away. 2 heels in one line, body weight back over the heels. Engage the quadriceps, lift the front of the pelvis. Inhale, outstretch the arms. Turn the left foot in slightly and the right foot out all the way, fully rotating that right leg to the right. Draw the belly in, inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, sitting down to the right, really engage this back leg, the left leg, keeping it really strong, pushing that heel down, engaging this quadricep. Body stays in the center above your hips, and then just look down at your knee, check that it's pushing out towards the little toe side of the foot so that you can see your big toe. Finally, turn your head to look along your right arm, keeping the breath flowing. Draw the belly in and up, lift the chest, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Extend through to the fingertips, long fingers, wide palms, really active through the hands, keeping the breath flowing in and out. Is that left quadricep still engaged? If not, lift it up one more time as you sit down a little bit more to the right. And then bring your gaze to the front. Straighten your right leg. Turn the feet round, rest your arms a moment. Check you've still got 2 heels in one line. And then we go to the other side. Inhale, outstretch the arms. Turn the right foot in, left foot out. Fully rotating that leg, torso still facing the front. Engage this left leg, heel down, engage the quadricep, maintain that engagement, draw the belly in, inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, sit down now to the left. Right heel really pushing down and engaging that quadricep, and then turn your head to look along your left arm. Check your left knee is pushing towards the little toe side of the foot, so you can see your big toe. And the right leg is really strongly engaged. Draw the belly in, lift the chest up, relax the shoulders down, extend the fingertips, long fingers, wide palms, keeping the breath flowing. See if you can sit down a little bit more. And then bring your gaze to the front. Straighten your left leg, turn the foot round, and step or hop back to mountain pose. Spread the toes, body weight back, lift the chest, extend the fingertips down towards the floor. Hands on hips, bend the knees, step or hop again to a wide stride, extended side angle pose. Hands on hips, drawing the elbows back, body weight back over the heels, engage the kneecaps, draw the belly in, turn the left foot in slightly, and the right foot out all the way, fully rotating that leg. Keep the torso exactly in line above the hips. Inhale, lift up out of the waist, and exhale, sit down towards the right. Really engaging this left leg, push the heel down, engage that quadricep, and check your knee is pushing towards the little toe side of the foot. Draw the belly in, bring the right elbow to the right knee, and use that elbow to push the knee back. Make sure you're maintaining a space here between you and the shoulder, you're not slumping down towards your leg. Draw the belly in once more as you start to turn the tummy and the chest up towards the ceiling, and then take that top arm up and over, palm facing down, extend through to the fingertips. You can keep your elbow on your knee or bring it Bring the fingertips to the floor, just gently behind your ankle, no weight on that hand. Push the knee back into the elbow if the hand is down, or otherwise keep using the elbow to push the knee back. Draw the belly in, turn the tummy and the chest up, extend through to the fingertips. Make sure that left leg is still actively engaged. And then bring your gaze to the front, keep the knee bent. Come up through warrior two, and then straighten your leg and turn your right foot round. Bring your hands down, check you've still got two heels in one line, body weight back over the heels. Engage the quadricep, draw the belly in, lift the chest, draw the elbows back. Turn the right foot in and the left foot out, fully rotating that leg that's facing that way while the torso still faces the front. Draw the belly in, inhale, lift up out of the waist, and exhale, sit down to the left, torso staying exactly above the hips. Engage again this back leg, the right leg, push the heel down, engage that quadricep, and check that your left knee now is pushing towards the little toe side of the foot. Bring your left elbow to the left knee. Again, strong and spacious position here. And you can use that elbow to push the knee back. Draw the belly in, turn the tummy and the chest up towards the ceiling. Extend that top arm through to the fingertips. And then if you wish, you can bring those fingertips down towards the floor without any weight on that hand. Really drawing the belly in as you rotate up. If your fingertips are down, push the knee back into the elbow, or if your elbow's on the knee, use the elbow to push the knee back. Stretch to the fingertips, really extend the whole side of the body, and then bring your gaze to the front, keep the knee bent, come up through warrior two, straighten your left leg, turn the feet round, and step up back to your mountain pose. Spread your toes, body weight back, lift the chest, extend the fingertips down towards the floor. Bring your hands to the hips, step or hop to a wide stride for triangle pose. Both legs straight, body weight back, engage the kneecaps, lift the front of the pelvis, inhale the arms out towards the side. Turn the left foot in slightly and the right foot out all the way, fully rotating that leg. Both legs remain straight throughout this posture. So here, push the heels down and engage those kneecaps, quadriceps lift up, and see if you can maintain that engagement throughout the posture. Draw the belly in, lift the chest, and then start to lean out towards the right. Really imagine you're trying to grab something far away. So lengthening this way as much as possible, lengthening the whole side of your body here before you bring the arm down, and then take the top arm up, extend, and if you wish you can bring your chin towards your shoulder, bringing the gaze up. Have your quadriceps gone to sleep? Probably yes. Engage them again, lifting the kneecaps up, draw the belly in, extend through that top arm. And then you can either stay here, or if you want to challenge yourself, bring both arms up by the ears, biceps by the ears, extending through to the fingertips, using your core to support the weight of your torso. Perhaps smiling will help. And then come all the way up. Relax the arms, turn the feet round, check you've still got two heels in one line. Body weight back, engage the quadriceps, lift the front of the pelvis, inhale out, stretch the arms. Turn now the right foot in, left foot out all the way, fully rotating that leg. And again, actively straighten both legs. Push the heels down, engage the quadriceps, kneecaps lift up. Draw the belly in, inhale, lift the chest, and then stretch now out to the left, really going that way before you go down. So how much length can you make here down the left side of the body before you bring that arm down, maintaining that length, and then take the top arm up, chin to shoulder if you wish, or keep your gaze forward if that's more comfortable, really drawing the belly in, extending with that top arm. Again, actively engaging your quadriceps, so lift those kneecaps up, keeping the breath flowing. Either hold it here or bring your gaze to the front and arms by the ears, extend through to the fingertips, really glue those arms there, draw the belly in, keeping the breath flowing as you use your core to support the weight of your torso. And then come all the way up, turn the arms in the shoulder sockets and come back to your mountain pose. Spread your toes, bring your body weight back, lift the chest and extend the fingers down towards the floor. And breathe. Okay, step the feet to hip width distance for your chair pose. Spread the toes nice and wide, outside edges, feet parallel, body weight back over the heels. Engage the quadriceps, lift the front of the pelvis. Either take the arms up by the ears, or you can bring them onto the hips with the elbows drawing back to open across the chest. Lift up out of the waist, whichever position you're in, keeping the body weight in the heels. Sit down all the way. So knees stay tracking above the ankle, drawing the belly in towards the spine, bring the tailbone down more, body weight through the heels more, lift up more. If the arms are up, really bring them back by the ears so they're not sort of waving in front of your head, but use your upper back muscles to support the weight of your arms. Sit down a little bit more, lift the chest more, keep the breath flowing, keep the belly drawing in towards the spine. Sit down one more time, and then stand all the way up, and release your arms, return to your mountain pose, spread the toes, body weight back, lift the chest, and extend the fingertips down towards the floor. And breathe. Okay, step your feet to a wide stride for your wide-legged forward bend. If you're very tight in the hamstrings, you might want blocks in front of you or the seat of a chair, just to raise your hands a little bit. If not, I will give you an adjustment. Pigeon toe your feet so that the toes are slightly turned in. Also, if you are very tight in your hamstrings, the wider you go, the closer the floor will be. So that might also make it a bit easier if you have enough stretch in your groin. Anyway, push the heels down, engage the quadriceps, draw the arms back, draw the belly in. We're into a bit of a back bend here, so really lift the chest, exaggerating it so that you're really lengthening the whole front side of the body and then maintaining that length, so no rounding in the front of the body. Start to tip forwards from the hips, maintaining that backward bending position. If you bring your hand to your lower back, it should be concave, not convex. That might mean that you only come this far down, that's fine, but really maintaining that neutral spine position. Wherever you've got to, make sure your quadriceps are actively engaged, drawing the belly in, drawing the elbows back. Then bring your hands down, either fingertips to the floor or on your support if you're using a support. Or if you don't have a support and the floor is not available to you without rounding your back, then walk your hands forward into a wide-legged downward dog position. So walk your hands forward as much as you need to until you can find that neutral spine position. Then again, wherever you are, re-engage the quadriceps, draw the belly in, see if you can turn the tailbone up towards the ceiling a smidge, and then either hold it here if that's enough for you, or you can start to walk your hands back a little bit, keeping the head and the chest lifted really until the last possible moment. So you're trying to get your lowest rib a little bit closer to the ground rather than your chest or your head. Engage your quadriceps again if they've gone to sleep, keeping the breath flowing. And if it's available to you, you can come all the way down. And then slowly coming back to a position with the hands on the floor. heel toe your feet in towards each other. Bend your knees a lot. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And then on an inhale, coming up with a flat back. Step the feet together. Spread the toes. Body weight back. Lift the chest. And extend the fingertips down towards the floor. And breathe. All right. So, narrow leg forward bend, hip to step forward bend, normal forward bend. You know what I'm on about. Step your feet, generous hip distance, feet in parallel, body weight back over the heels, engage the quadriceps, engage the glutes a little bit, draw the belly in, lift the chest. Again, you can either have the hands on the hips with the elbows drawing back, or take them up by their ears. If the arms are up, glue your biceps to your ears and maintain them there. Inhale, lift up out of the waist. Exhale, come forwards as far as you can without rounding, and then inhaling up. So while you're doing this, you're maintaining that length in the front body. So no rounding here. Keep yourself in that slight back bend. So the lower back remains concave, and the chest and the head remain lifted even at the bottom of the movement. The belly is drawing up towards the spine, really engaging those lower abdominal muscles. The quadriceps remain engaged throughout the movement, and at the top of the movement, give the glutes a little squeeze, just pushing the hips forwards, finding that slight anterior pelvic tilt. Lengthening the torso forwards as you come down, so really not rounding here. And just wherever you are on those, next time you're at the top, bring the arms down, bring the feet together, and we'll go through the little balancy lunging sequence. So lift the right leg up to a 90 degrees position, draw the belly in, draw the elbows back. And we're going to shoot that leg back into a long lunge. Just dip the knee down, no weight on the knee, and then springing back to your balancing position. At the top, if you want to challenge yourself, you can lift that leg out to straight, engaging that quadricep, and then bring the leg down. Left side. Lift the left knee up, draw the belly in, lift the chest, draw the elbows back. Shoot that leg back, long lunge. Just dipping the knee down, no weight on that knee. Spring back to your balance. And if you wish, you can straighten that leg out in front, engaging that quadricep, keeping the chest lifted. And bring it down. Back to the right side, lift the right knee, shoot the leg back, long lunge, tap down with the knee, come back to your balance, straighten the leg if you wish, then the knee, bring it down, left side, lift up the left knee, coming back to a long lunge, dip that knee down, and then coming back to your balance and straightening the leg if you wish. Okay, one more time each side. If you're straightening the leg, let's do it on the way down as well. So lifting the right knee, straightening it if you wish, and then shooting it back, dipping the right knee down, spring, straighten, and then right leg down, left side, belly in, lift the left knee, straighten the leg. If you're doing that, bend, shoot it back, dip the knee down, spring back to your balance, straighten, and relax. Okay, step your feet again to a hip distance. Draw the belly in, lift up out of the waist, and then very slowly start to tilt forward from the hips, maintaining this concave lower back, really drawing the belly in, finding your maximum position here without starting to round the lower back. Then we just take a few breaths here, drawing the elbows back, keep the chest open, engage those quadriceps. See if you can turn the tailbone just a millimeter or two up towards the ceiling. And then bend your knees and lay your stomach down on the thighs, hands to the floor. And you can give your head a little bit of a shake, relaxing the upper body down. And taking some deep breaths. Allowing gravity to draw the crown of the head down towards the floor. And then bend your knees a little bit more. And step your way into a plank position. I have just realized that I do not have my watch around. So either drop into child's pose or hang out in a plank, if that's your jam. And I am gonna just grab my watch so I know what time it is. Apologies for that. Okay, so meet me back in a plank if you are not already there. Drawing the belly in, squeezing the glutes, sending the tailbone down, pushing the floor away, drawing the chin in slightly, keeping the breath flowing here. And then I'm going to tip the body weight forward slightly, start to come down in chaturanga, drop your knees if you need to, belly in, elbows in tight, hovering above the floor, and then pushing forwards. Your up dog, shoulders away from your ears, long neck. Really engage the glutes here. Squeeze the glutes, sending the tailbone down, making a little bit of space in the lower back. Drop the hips to the floor if you need to. Really push the floor away, squeeze the glutes even more, and then tuck the toes and push back to your downward dog. You keep the knees bent, the heels up. If you want to walk the legs out a little bit, you can do so, bending one knee and then the other knee. And then really push the body weight back out of the hands towards the feet. Really, really active here with the arms. Relax the head, allow it to just hang down. Draw the belly in. Everyone bend the knees a little bit more. Turn the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then maybe, just maybe, re-straighten the legs. Still focusing on maintaining that neutral spine position. Okay, one more time a little bit faster. Start to draw the belly in, rolling forwards to your plank. Push the floor away, squeeze the glutes, draw the belly in. Exhaling down to a chaturanga. Drop your knees if you need to. Inhaling to up dog, shoulders away from the ears, really squeezing those glutes as much as possible. And then pushing back again to your downward dog position. Step your big toes together so that your feet are together. Drawing the belly in towards the spine, still keeping the knees bent. And we'll take the left leg up towards the ceiling in a split dog. Try and straighten the left leg if you can, but you can keep the right leg bent. So top leg straight, right leg, bottom leg bent if necessary. And try and square your hips with the floor, so bringing the left hip down a little bit, find a bit of inward rotation of the left leg. Inhale, stretch those toes away. Exhale, bring your left knee towards your left elbow. Push the floor away, hover. And then inhale back to your split dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, crossing the body. Push the floor away, really draw the belly in. And then inhale back to center. One more time. Left knee, left elbow, really push the floor away here. Back to a split dog, and then across the body. Left knee, right elbow. And inhaling up. Okay, bring that left foot down. Just drop your knees a moment and rest in a child's pose. You can relax your arms by your legs. Allow the shoulders to relax. Breathe into the back of the body. And then draw the belly in. Come to an all-fours position, knees together. Make sure that your hands are far forward enough to facilitate a comfortable downward dog. i.e. you're not here. Tuck your toes under. Drop the hips back towards the heels. Activate through the arms. Push the floor away. Relax the head. Take a breath in. And then lift the hips straight up. So now we lift the right leg, and this time we're straightening the right leg, keep the left knee bent. If necessary, turn the right hip down, kind of inward rotation in that leg, extending the toes away, pushing the floor away with the hands. Inhale, stretch the right toes away as much as possible, and then exhale, right knee to right elbow, doming through the upper back. Inhaling up to center. Exhale across the body, right knee, left elbow, push the floor away, hover. Inhaling up. One more time, right knee, right elbow. Squeeze the belly. Inhaling up. And then across the body again, belly in, pushing the floor away. And inhaling all the way up. Bring the right foot down. Drop the knees wide, toes together, and again rest. Forehead on the floor, or you can stack your hands, or bring the hands back either side. Sending the breath into the back of the body. And then draw the belly in. And come again to an all-fours position, knees together, long tabletop position, spread the fingers nice and wide, draw the belly in, find a strong position here, so pushing the floor away, shoulder blades protracted, tuck the toes under, drop the hips back towards the heels, activate through the arms, push the body weight back already as much as you can. Take a breath in, lift the hips up, belly towards the spine, turning the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Inhale the left leg up, stretch it away, and then exhale, bringing the knee towards the nose, and then step the foot in between the hands. You might need to take a couple of steps to get here, but that's fine. Then either coming up to a long lunge, or if you want to drop that back knee and untuck the toe, you can do so, depending how you're feeling today. If you're in a long lunge, really active, my lunge is a little too long, be really active in your back leg, the right leg, so this should be as straight as possible to encourage the stretch of the right hip flexor. Draw the belly in, lift the chest, draw the elbows back. Either hold it here with the hands on the hips, or you can take the arms up by the ears. Either way, lengthen up out of the waist. Squeeze your biceps to your ears if you've got them there, and Again, you can either hold it here, or if you want to challenge yourself even more, you can start to go into a back bend, dropping the head back, drawing the arms back, keeping the breath flowing. And then bring the arms forward and down, either side of the foot. If you've got your back knee dropped, tuck the toe, lift up that back knee, and then come to the split dog, drop the left foot, take the right leg up. Stretch the right toes away on an inhale, exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, and step your foot in between your hands. Then come to whichever position you did on the other side, so dropping the knee if you need to, or otherwise in a high lunge. Engaging now that left quadricep, draw the belly in, draw the elbows back, lift the chest, gazing at a single point. Keep your hands on your hips, or bring the arms up by the ears, lift up out of the waist, lengthening the torso, biceps towards the ears, belly drawing in. Either hold it here, or you can start to tip the head back, going into a gentle back bend, lifting up before you go back, keeping the breath flowing. And then sweep the arms forwards, hands down to the floor, tuck the back toes and lift the knees if you've got that knee dropped. And then lift the right leg up to your split dog, drop the leg down, and we go back to the left side. Inhale, take the right leg up, exhale, step the foot in between the hands, and this time we're all going to drop the knee and untuck the back toes and come to this position. So you might need to walk that left leg back a little bit so that you can get your right thigh vertical with the floor, and you should have 90-degree angles in all your joints. Bring your hands onto your hips, draw the belly in, lift the chest, and then really start to squeeze this right glute, sending the tailbone down, finding that posterior pelvic tilt. As you do so, you should start to feel a stretch in the front of the right leg. Again, lift the chest up and draw the elbows back, keeping the breath flowing. We're going to take the arms up by the ears, lengthen out of the waist, keep that right glute really squeezing as you again lift up out of the waist. And then we're just going to bend slightly to the left, tipping the upper body to the left, increasing that stretch on the right side. Keep the belly drawing in, keep the right glute really squeezed. And then come back to center. Relax the arms down. Again, really squeezing through that glute. Edge your left foot forwards again and just start to come down a little bit, but maintaining this squeeze in the right glute. Increasing that stretch now on the front of the right hip. Drawing the elbows back, keeping the front of the body really long. And then bring the hands down either side of the foot, tuck your right toe, pick up the knee, find your long lunge for a moment. And then we're going to take the left leg all the way back to a split dog. Drop that right foot down, and then left foot down. Take the right leg up, lengthen it up away from you, bring the knee towards the nose, step your foot between your hands, and now we're dropping the left knee down and coming up. Again, walking that right leg back a little bit so you can find your vertical left thigh and roughly a 90-degree angle in each of the joints. Hands on hips, draw the elbows back, draw the belly in, lift the chest, and start to squeeze your left glute, tilting the pelvis back, posterior pelvic tilt, sending the tailbone down, lifting the front of the pelvis up, And now stretching the front of the left hip. Lift the chest again and draw the elbows back. And then from here, taking the arms up by the ears. Lengthen up out of the waist, using the arms to lengthen the torso. Keep that left glute really squeezing as you stretch up towards the ceiling. And then gently over to the right. Stretching that left side a little bit more. Keep the belly drawing in, keep the left glute really squeezed. And then come back to neutral. Bring the hands down. Edge your right foot forward a little bit. Re-engage your left glute. I bet it's gone to sleep. And then start to come forwards, maintaining that activation in the left glute. Stretching the front of that left hip a little bit more. Keep the belly drawing in, keep the chest lifted, elbows back. Breath flowing smoothly. And then bring your hands down either side of your foot. Tuck your left toes, pick up the knee, find that long lunge for a moment before shooting the right leg back into your split dog. Bringing it down towards the floor. Drop your knees, knees wide, toes together. Sit the hips back. And you can either relax here completely or you can make it a little bit more active by creeping the fingertips forward, stretching the torso. And if you're stretching the fingertips forward, you need to resist back to the hips, drawing the hips back to the heels as you lengthen those fingertips away. And then draw the belly in and make your way back to the kneeling position. And we come one more time to the plank. Drawing the belly in, legs are straight, squeezing the glutes. Pushing the floor away with the hands. And then we'll come over into a side plank. So you can either stay on your hands like this, or if that's too much, you can come down onto your elbow. You can also bring your top foot forwards to help you balance, or you can bring your knee down to regress it even more. So whichever option you're in, draw the belly in and push the hips up towards the ceiling, keeping the breath flowing. And then we'll go over onto the other side without bringing the hips down if possible. Again, using the same position that you used on the first side. You can bring the top foot forwards if you need to. Really push the hips up, drawing the belly in. Keeping the head in line with the spine. And the breath flowing. And then we'll come back to a center plank. Squeeze the belly in and then start to come down slowly or quickly as feels right for you. Coming all the way down onto your front. Bring the feet at hip distance, pushing the big toe and the little toe side of the foot evenly into the floor. Engage the quadriceps, kneecaps pop up. Squeeze the glutes like you have never squeezed them before. Really push the tailbone down as much as possible and keep the glutes engaged throughout the posture. Hands are by the chest, draw the elbows down back towards the hips. And then rolling the ball away with the chin, just lift the head and chest up. Squeeze the glutes again, really engage them as much as possible, pushing the tailbone down, making space in the lower back. Elbows back down towards the hips, shoulders away from the ears, not much weight or no weight through the hands. Keep the breath flowing, little sips of air through the nose, a back bend. So you can come up a little bit more, so you can squeeze your glutes a little bit more, and then slowly release down, turn your head to the right, relax your arms, heels fall out to the side, and breathe into your back. Okay, bring your chin forwards, bring your hands underneath your shoulders into a little sphinx pose so that you can have a look at me demonstrating what we're going to do next, because you won't be able to see where your face is down. Take my glasses off so I don't brush them. So you're going to come with your chin or your forehead on the floor, whichever is more comfortable for you. Then your hands are going to start facing up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to tuck your toes under, lift your hips, and roll your hands over so your hands are facing down towards the floor so you can grip the floor, and then you're going to bring your hips back down onto your hands. Then from there, we're going to lift one leg up at a time. I'm not rolling to get it higher, so my hip bone remains on my arm as I just lift the leg up, and then we'll do the other leg, and then we'll do both legs. Okay, so come from your Sphinx pose down, either chin or forehead on the floor, palms are facing up towards the ceiling, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, roll your hands so that the palms are facing down towards the floor, and rest your body back down on your arms. Relax the left leg completely, engage the right leg. So the kneecap engages, lifts up off the floor as you engage the quadricep, extend the toes away. Imagine someone's got hold of your toes and is pulling them away, and then lift that right leg straight up. The hip stays on the forearm, so you're not rolling, and see if you can relax your left leg, so you're not using your left leg to help here. Keep the right leg straight, stretching it away as you lift it up, using that right glute to lift the leg as much as possible. Lift up a little bit more, and then slowly, with control, bring the right leg down. Relax the right leg completely, engage the left leg, engage the quadriceps so the kneecap pops up off the floor, extend the toes away, and then lift now the left leg up, pushing the hands into the floor to assist you. Keep the leg straight, extending the toes away, using the glute to lift the leg up. Hip bone is still on the arm, right leg is relaxed completely. Can you lift it up a little bit more? Keeping the breath flowing, and then slowly bring the leg down. Untuck the toes, lift the hips up, bring the arms out, and just turn your head to the left and relax a moment. Toes together, heels out, breathing into the back. And then we're going to go for both legs. So bring the chin or the forehead forward again, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, roll your hands over so that they're underneath you, palms facing down towards the floor. Then we're going to activate both legs. So engage the quadriceps, kneecaps pop up, keep the legs straight, and then lift both legs up off the floor. They won't lift up very high. Don't worry about that. But do worry about keeping them straight and extending the toes away, engaging the glutes, keeping the breath flowing, pushing the hands down into the floor, and then slowly bringing the legs down. Release the arms. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Either push yourself straight up and back into a child's pose, or if you want to come through chaturanga and plank, then you can join me in doing so. If you're going to chaturanga, start by tucking the toes, lifting the knees, so actively straightening the legs, squeeze the glutes, draw the belly in, and then push the floor away, lifting the body up in one piece. And then all the way up to your plank. Drop the knees wide, toes together. Relax in whichever variation of child's pose feels good for you. Breathing into the back. And then draw your belly in and make your way up to a kneeling position. And we'll come over onto our backs. And just lower yourself down, keeping the feet flat on the floor and the knees bent. Bring your knees in towards your chest and just hug your knees gently in, but trying to keep the tailbone down. So don't hug your knees in so much that the tailbone comes up off the floor, but focus on keeping the tailbone down towards the floor and just hugging the knees in from there. And then you might want to just roll a little bit over the lower back. And then bring the feet to the floor and do the same thing, just rolling over the glutes. Hopefully just had a good workout trying to lift your legs up off the floor. Just massaging over the glutes. And then we get ready for Shavasana. So lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades down underneath you, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Lift the hips, lengthen the tailbone away from you, and then stretch the legs out. Allow the feet to fall out to the side. And close your eyes. Make any final adjustments so that you can be comfortable for the next few minutes. You may want to put a cushion or a pillow underneath your knees. And then close your eyes and allow your body to relax and be supported by the floor. Feeling the weight of the bones sinking down as your muscles relax and let go. You can bring your awareness into your toes and your feet, into your ankles, and the lower legs. Bringing the awareness into the knees and the thighs. And then to the hips, feeling the weight of the pelvis sinking down. And then bring your awareness up through your torso, feeling the points where your body contacts the floor, back of the hips, the upper back and shoulders. Feeling the softness of your abdomen and your chest. Bringing the awareness down through your arms to your hands. And then into your neck and head. Relaxing the jaw, the tongue, the lips and cheeks. Relaxing the nose, the eyes and eyelids, the eyebrows, and the forehead. And then bring your awareness to your breathing. Feeling the movement of the abdomen. As you inhale, the belly rises. And as you exhale, the belly falls. Not trying to change or control the breath, just watching it. And then if you want to stay in Shavasana, feel free to do so. Or otherwise you can start to take a little breaths. Again, really breathing into the belly. Noticing what it feels like to fill the lungs. And then gently starting to move the toes and the fingers, the legs and the arms. If you want to, you can take a big full body stretch, stretching the heels away, stretching the fingertips away. And then when you're ready, draw your legs up and make your way back to a seated position. Sit cross-legged or on your knees. Sitting up straight one last time. Either rest your hands on your legs or you can bring them to a prayer position. Close your eyes. Bow your chin towards your chest. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Perhaps to give thanks. And then raise your head and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone, that you're practicing with me.